Hello, my friends, and welcome to part 164 of the Master Duel Let's Play series, a Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Let's Play series. So I have the verse up, but first, let's go through the quick intro. If you are enjoying my content, please like, share, and subscribe. I don't really know if I really need to say hit that like button or smash that like button, smack that like button. Because I think I pretty much said everything and it's not lining up. But maybe one of those will cause a light up. And if I do notice that, I can start saying whichever one does. But at least the subscribe seems to be working, and that's much easier. That's probably the big thing I want people to be doing anyway. So if this like isn't working, it's okay. As long as the subscribe is working, I would say. Maybe it gets people's attention. And maybe it helped me get the next subscriber I did, because now I'm at 76. So congratulations. You're the 76th subscriber, whoever you are. If you'd like me to shout you out better, maybe shout out your channel, you can feel free to let me know down in the comments. Please describe your channel a little bit, so I know like what to say about it. And also, like, please let me know if it's like family friendly. Like, the more details the better on that. But mainly what I'm looking for is like some of the aspects I want you to talk about, like, is like, do you swear a lot? What kind, as in, like, do you use the F word a lot? Like, I don't know if like people really care much about like the other swear words, but maybe, like, so maybe just say if you swear a lot. But yeah, I think that would be mainly just the F-bomb, pretty much like that. I can still shout you out, like, I guess, like, if your channel is like that, but I'll just let people know that, like, be careful. And also, I guess, like, violence, you can maybe talk about, like, if you, like, upload a lot of violent content, because I know some people might care about that as well. Just, like, what you think, like, it's basically like you're trying to talk to like a movie producer about when you're trying to get your game rated. So like kind of like that so kind of like that right there. You know how it is, like PG versus PG-13, or like video game talk MA versus like teen, stuff like that. And if you have any other questions about like promotions and all that, like, you can feel free to ask me in the comments. I would highly I don't think I'm gonna promote your channel though unless you subscribe. That's all I ask, is that you subscribe to me, and then I can promote your channel. And I think if you want me to promote a different person's channel, I think I'm gonna say they have to subscribe to me too. Like, I don't think that's too big of an ask. And when you do subscribe to me, please stay subscribed. It matters a little bit more before I get to 1,000, but once I get to like over 1,000, it may not matter as much, but it would still be nice to like for people to say subscribe to me. So yeah. So you may have missed the 75, but for the new person who subscribed, but at least you're still part of the 100, and I'll definitely be doing something special for 100 subscribers. It might be another live stream, but I definitely have time to think about it, and like maybe something like will come up where like I can do that. I may just do like another pre-recorded special pack opening video again, but we'll have to see. Once I get closer to 100, maybe like based on like what I see. if I see something that interests me, I can like do something off that. Or maybe I can like even do something within a different game, a part of like a live stream, and then like just include that with my like live stream. But maybe like I don't know. I'll get to it later when I get closer to 100 though. It seems like so the poll is still going until the next year, but so far the one that's winning is me doing 2 live streams a month, and one for a PS4 game and one for Yu-Gi-Oh! Master, which I think would make the most sense anyway. That way I can both get done with Master a little bit quicker and still show off other games in the meantime. So I think that's actually the one that makes the most sense anyway. So I can see why that would be winning. But I'll just leave the poll open until the new year at least. Or maybe like going a little bit into it until I get into the live stream, and then I think that will be pretty much it'll be pretty much packed down in what and how I'll be doing the live streams at that point. But you at least have until the new year, and I think like to give people a little bit more time, I think the next live stream will be about the middle of the month, and then the if I do 2 live streams, the other live stream after that will be more near the end of the month. And I think I'll just be starting with like Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel as like the live stream in the middle of January of next year. So that's pretty cool. I'm doing kind of something a little bit new in the new year now that I realize that like live streams seem to work when I go by lower settings, which is good. And nobody seemed to say anything, so hopefully you guys all okay with like the slightly lower settings. Maybe later on, once I get more advanced equipment, I can make better quality streams. Anyway, so yeah, please like, share, and subscribe. And if you're already a subscriber, you can like or you do subscribe as a bonus, you get to be notified, control the notifications a little bit more, or don't. You could just have it set to all. I don't know how much of a job that does for controlling notifications, but it might just notify you of my content a lot more than it would, than the YouTube algorithm normally would. And if you set it for personalized, that might be good for when I start doing live streams and like I'm putting videos in playlists. It could be good for that. And then none if you don't want any notifications from me. There's a lot of reasons to have this, including just taking a break or subscribing to be helpful, but that's pretty much it, which is fine too. And now I'm gonna be going through the verse now. Just saying the verse, and then more towards the end, I should hopefully have time to do a verse discussion. So the verse today is a bit longer, but not too long. Alright then, the Lord himself will give you the sign. Look, the virgin will conceive a child. She will give birth to a son and will call him Emmanuel, which means God is with us. So that is Isaiah 7:14, New Living Translation. So that's the translation that I was reading off of. But you can feel free to look up a different translation if you want a different take on the verse. But I just go by what the translation YouVersion is giving me. Anyway, let's go through the notifications. Yeah, I was thinking about like trying out the Duel tryout, the tryout Duel. But I think since it seems so fun and so different, I think I'm going to show like it live on video. Because I don't think it should take that long either, since this is like a 30 seconds. Press on Extreme Duel 1, 30 seconds. So I'm gonna at least play a... So this is still just 3 victories. But since it's only 30 seconds, you at least have the luxury of either having quick wins or not quick wins. I'm not sure if you really need to make a deck that's about quick wins, but maybe control decks aren't as good for this. But if it allows me, I think I'm just going to use my Sprite Live Twin deck. I'll see how that goes. And then maybe I can like change to like trying the Nimble Sprite, which maybe has a little bit less plays if it's not going too well. Yeah, and then here's the... Oh, and then it gives you a little bit of a look at the different duels that are coming up too. So the next one's going to be where you have lower life points. So that might be... so maybe decks that strive off of having lower life points could do well in that. Also, decks wanting to OTK could maybe do pretty well because like with lower life points it makes it easier to OTK the opponent. And then the next one after that will be Dragon type only. So that's pretty cool. So Dragon Link would probably do pretty well if you're really looking for a deck that can get you some quick wins. And Dragon Link is a pretty top tier deck anyway. And looks like there was another issue that was patched. A lot of these I think are going to be PvP. And they wait to fix in PvE later because PvE duels generally don't matter as much as PvP. Since it's not that much harder to just make another deck that can win in PvE duels until it's fixed, because you can generally create some more budget decks and still be able to win in PvE, and that's not generally the same case with PvP unless maybe you're like playing casually. Yeah. Anyway, so there's that. Now let's get into a tryout duel, and I'll also get into the solo mode as always because I want to show at least a little bit of solo mode every time. But I'm pretty excited for at least trying out this tryout duel a little bit. Maybe I can even get the 3 victories say since it's so short. So I think I'm just gonna try the Live Twin Sprite first, see how that does. Let's do it. So I have 30 seconds. I guess I can actually read the little tidbit if it lets me go back. Come on. Okay. So it says a time limit of only 30 seconds. Aim for victory in the short span of time. Details can be found in the event details section on the right side of the screen. And the rewards lists are always the same for the dual trials. You don't get any rewards for the first 2 wins, and then for the last win you get 1 pack of the newest selection pack. Which in this case is the one that contains a little bit more support for the branded, as well as some more support for some of the other archetypes. I think there's a little bit of support for Rescue Ace too. But of course I just want to get it because because whatever cards I get, I can always disenchant if nothing else. I might get lucky and get a Royal Finish of a card. I'm not sure if there's like any cards I really want, but the Royal Finish would get me enough CP for a free craft of any other card that rarity. So that's pretty nice. See, there it is, 30 seconds. So I gotta hurry up here. So I'm not sure how many plays I can make, but Of course, there's pauses, so it won't be exactly 30 seconds. They'll still be pretty close, and you gain a little bit of time back too, but still not a lot that you gain back. So yeah, this may actually be kind of difficult since I'm not used to playing with such a short amount of time. I always hate it when I don't have a lot of time for something, for duels. But at least my opponent's also at a disadvantage too, so that's something. Yeah, I'm not sure how well tailored a deck like this is made for. You might be better off playing like Exodia maybe? Exodia might be okay. Oh boy. Yeah, see, and I think decks that search have to search out of the decks are also a little bit of a disadvantage. Especially decks that search a lot, so yeah, actually, now that I think about it, this may not be the best deck. Paleozoics may be decent. Decks where you're just like setting a bunch of cards, you're more just playing on your opponent's turn, might be better. I don't know how good this deck is though. What other decks do I have? So yes, decks that search a lot might not be that great. Yeah, see, Lear Lusk also may not be that great since it searches a lot. Nimble Frog Sprite might not be that great since you're kind of having to like go through your deck a lot. Like decks that have to like go through the decks in one aspect or another may not be that great. Control decks might be okay though. So I don't really have a control. Let's see. Let's see what my opponent was playing. Yeah, I don't know how great Unchain is in this deck either, because like this is one way you kind of are going through your deck. You're going through your deck also, so I actually don't know. I think the best decks to run are gonna be decks that don't need to go through the deck a lot, and maybe decks that can just set a whole bunch of spells and traps and play during the opponent's turn. Maybe Exodia would be good, since like if you like draw a bunch. So like maybe you can play Exodia with a bunch of just like draw effects. So the only bad thing about that, and also maybe another fun thing you can do is you could play like stall to try to stall your opponent enough where they win, where you win just because they run out of time. Like you play a lot of cards that like make them have to think, like could be really good. So like playing with a bunch of floodgates could be nice. Yeah. So like maybe Paleozoic would be okay. Maybe you make them think a little bit. Because I think also Paleozoic, you don't go through your deck a whole lot. You probably don't want to play Morella though if you're playing Paleozoic, since then you go through your deck a little bit. And I think Exodia could work too. Like if you have like a lot of the good expensive like draw cards, you could do that. You could hope to stall out your opponent enough that they just that you just win because they run out of time. That could be a strategy. You could still maybe play Swap Frog, since I mean decks that like only have like more, like if you're only playing like a few targets with the Swap Frog, then I think it goes straight to only the targets that you can actually send. So if you only have a few targets to a Swap Frog, I think it's okay. I don't think you have to look through your entire deck to find the targets. So, could maybe play Swap Frog if you're only playing two targets, since it'll be really easy to know which target to send. Though I could be wrong. So, and then probably just play a bunch of like maybe floodgates too. So maybe you could play there can be only one, even if like, or maybe like for the Paleozoic Frogs, Rivalry and the other one would be better. Rivalry and Ghost and Match would actually be better, since that's another nice thing, is that like the frog deck, this Paleozoic Frog deck without the sprites, can actually play both Rivalry and Gozen, and that may make your opponent think a little bit. Another, like maybe you could play some kind of like stall deck with Inspector Border. Maybe like you could play this would be a format with like where like that equip spell OTK deck kind of shines, where you like bring out a monster that where its attacks are equal to the amount of equipped spells that's attached to it, and then you just play a whole bunch of equipped spells. Because even if you lose, it only takes it generally only takes a few seconds to lose. Since it's really only 30 seconds. So yeah. Runics probably wouldn't be that great though, because Runics go through the deck a little bit. Any deck that like goes through the deck a little bit for like not as specific targets, honestly I think you do have to look through your whole deck, but since I only have like the one with the swap, it might be okay. Yeah, I think I'm still gonna try this. Like if you are playing a deck where it goes through a little bit, it might be okay if like you can like search your deck real quick, but it might still be a little difficult. Technically Opabinia does search too, but I don't know. I'm gonna try this. Like, it honestly might just be better to play like a bunch of floodgates. To maybe play that equip spell deck, and then just a bunch of draw until you can get to them. Or maybe you could just concede until you actually start with like the monster plus a bunch of equip spells. I don't know. I'm gonna try this first off. Infinite Impermanence is another good one, of course. So I'll play Infinite. 3 Infinites. I'm just gonna try this. Pot of Prosperity might be an okay card still, but like, yeah, Pot of Prosperity is gonna be a little bit annoying. Pot of Desires and Extravagance are probably better since they don't take as much time to resolve. See, cards that take a little bit to resolve and you have to think about may not be the best in a format like this. I'm gonna try it though. It's so hard to think about what the best decks are gonna be, because this is so unique. I would say this is probably one of the more unique like kind of festival, like It's probably for the best that's like a shorter one too, because like this being a full-fledged festival would probably get really annoying real quick. So it's good that they put this in a tryout door where you only have to win 3 times to get your prize. And then, what would be another one? I mean, even Pavzai is like maybe an okay card in this kind of deck. I don't know. Oh yeah, hand traps. That's right. So I'll just do hand traps. Ash Blossom. Max C. Max C could be really good too, since it may make your opponent think about it. Since Max C is not really actually stopping anything. And then Called By could be good, followed by Cross Out. I'm not sure how many people actually be wanting to search in this format. Probably not a lot. So, cards like Duel and Lockbird might not be so great, since I think using a deck that searches a lot is probably just a death sentence. So you probably don't even need to play Duel and Lockbird. But some of these other hand traps will still be good, since they might want to search like once. They might want to do some of these other effects like once. Since maybe one search won't necessarily be a death sentence. And then, I don't know, some of the other, what are some other traps I could be running? Oh yeah, compulsory evacuation device. Maybe if I can help it, I just don't go into the Paleozoics, especially the one that searches. The other one might be okay. I can just worry about the compulsory later. Even though I don't have all foils, that's okay for now. And then I guess I look more well, maybe I can do Solemn too, even though it doesn't actually trigger the Paleozoics. It's like another annoying thing the opponent has to deal with. So maybe I could play at least a few of the Solemns. Maybe like 1 Solemn Judgment. And then 3 Solemn Strikes could be good. And then what are the just whatever other normal traps I have. Labyrinth might do okay too in this format. What else is there? Traps that I can activate right away too. Actually, Burn could be okay. Burn would probably be fine. If you have enough like burn cards to quickly finish off your opponent. Burn could do pretty well too, I would think. I don't know what normal traps I could use. But yeah, maybe I'll just use Pavzai's too. I guess Pavzai's isn't so bad. Since I probably don't care too much about banishing stuff in my deck. Pavzai's could be okay. Maybe I'll just use Upstart. can't really think of a lot of stuff, so I can just use upstart. And then maybe I can finish off with 2 triple tactics. This is pretty much just a rough draft of a deck, and then I gotta fledge out my X deck too. Yeah, so I'll just use triple tactics. Triple tactics does may be a little bit more dangerous because it might take a little bit longer to resolve since you are looking through your deck. But this one should be okay because you do get to since they're pretty easy to resolve, since this is just simple draw 2 or take control or look at your opponent's hand, it probably won't take you that long as you know exactly, like, if you look at your opponent's hand, just rip the hand trap, basically. And then if you don't want to do that, if you don't trust yourself with the third one, you can just go with the first or the second one. First or second effect. And then some of the links I can play are just simple, easy to go into links, like Mistar. Wait, what? I don't know what happened there. Mistar Boy. Yeah, I still have a super rare copy of him. That's an example of one you can do. You probably don't even need to play IP, though. I don't know how often you're really caring about IP. You could play other simple rank 2 exceeds, though. Yeah, I know it's a K deck that like does a lot of searching. Even though it can win on a single turn, still searching can be like an I mean, if you're really good at searching, maybe, but I think for a lot of people, maybe try to stay away from stuff like that. I can play Digusto. Cat Shark seems fine. Sky Cavalry seems fine. And then I'll do the Downer Zeus package too. And if you can't think of anything, you might just get lucky. If you're going second, your opponent just doesn't know how to do it either, and they just end up losing. So maybe you can just take in any deck, and then just like hope to go second, and hope your opponent doesn't know what they're doing and they just run out of time. That could be another way you do it. And then a few links. So Nightmare, some of the nightmares would probably be okay, especially considering that Paleozoics aren't so bad if they're just sent to a graveyard. So I'll do Nightmare Phoenix and Unicorn. Those are the best two nightmares. And then a few link 2s, a few more link 2s. And so here I can just finish off with some maybe I can do Cerberus too, just because. Oh, and then the Water Trauma, I guess I can go with Lena, the Water Trauma. Area, the Water Trauma, that one. And then that should be good. Actually, I can technically go with Spread Elf, but no, Spread Elf isn't that great since I don't really have a lot of actual monsters, since Paleozoics don't count as monsters well in the graveyard. This should be fine. And I'll try this. I think I'll just play maybe, I don't know if I can get all 3 victories, but the solo mode might not be as long. And I don't think I'm really going to talk about the Goosebumps this time either, because I'm more focused on this stuff. So maybe next week there won't be as much going on, and so I can talk about the next Goosebumps I want to talk about then. You are going second. Yeah, see, this might be a way you want to do it. Just go second and hope your opponent doesn't know what they're doing. Is my opponent just waiting for the time? Nah. But they're thinking a little bit, which is good. Oh, they're playing Fallen of Albaz? Well, hopefully they know what they're doing. Because Fallen of Albaz also has a little bit of searching too, even just searching for fusion materials from the deck. But they only looked for a few. So I'm gonna go with Upstart Goblin. Maybe it baits out an Ash. Okay. Good. So I'm gonna go with Paw of Zayas. Okay, good. And now I'll just set a whole bunch. I'll set pretty much my whole hand. Okay. And then I'll just end. Mystical Space Typhoon? Interesting. But it's fine. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm still just gonna activate Max C as soon as it's their turn. Okay, so I activate the Max C, so now they also have to deal with that. Oh yeah, you do at least get your time back after the turn again, which maybe you can work with, but I don't know. It's not like you're getting a whole bunch of time back. It's only back to 30 seconds. Pretty much. Okay, well they're just setting a monster in my phone, so... Maybe my opponent's just trying to hope that I run out of time. I don't know. Okay, so Dynamisk is not too bad in case they go into anything scary. Nurse Burn might do okay, since it's another burn deck. And it can generally get some pretty quick wins sometimes too. I might only show off this one. Okay, so my opponent tributed for Magnemite. That's fine. I'll just think what I'm gonna do here. Oh, they didn't even activate? Oh, because they don't want to search. Okay, well, I might as well do the Dynamiscus. And then I can chain the trap and graveyard. Okay. Yeah, I guess I might as well just do called by for the max C. Even though it's probably only gonna give them one draw. I don't know. Okay, so now I can put this in attack position, and their Magnamut goes away. My opponent's Magnamut goes away, and now maybe I can get him for some direct attacks. So now I get my time back. So maybe you could play decks with a bit of searches. Just don't do all your plays right away. Just do a little bit of plays at a time. But I still don't know how good that would be. So good, I got him for a little bit of damage. I'm just gonna set that there. Yeah, but maybe my opponent won't do much, so maybe like simply having a way to stop maybe like their one play could actually be good, because maybe they don't have much else. And then if I can just get them for a little bit of shit damage each time, eventually I can whittle them down to 0. And if I can just get one more Paleozoic on the field, I can go for something. I don't know, but for now, I can just keep attacking with the Olenoides. Oh, now I can bring out another one, because as long as I can destroy something. Yeah. So now just attack again, whittle them down a little bit more. Okay, and I'll set the Olenoides. And then I'll have another Paleozoic. And then I wonder if I should go... See, like, during while your opponent's thinking is when you should be looking at your, like, X deck too, thinking about your plans. Since it doesn't actually count down during this part. So I could also go for one of my Exceed plays if I really wanted to. Yeah, see now they have the Fallen Valbaz. Are they not Are they not just activating the... Wow. So I might as well do the Compulse. Yeah, I might as well do the Compulse, I think. And now I can just chain the Paleozoic Engrave. I bet it probably destroyed the new set card. So I'm gonna destroy the new set card. Cool. Super Poly. Ooh, that's a nice one to destroy. Okay, so I don't think there's a way I can get game just yet. So I'm just gonna go into battle. Attack with these two. Okay, and I think I'm just gonna end it there. Might as well do max C, I think, again. Or, yeah, I guess I might as well do the max C. Maybe I shouldn't, I don't know. Okay, well there's call by, it's fine. At least I got the call by out of there. Not that I really care too much about it anyway. If I can maybe get one more Paleozoic on the field, I can win by bringing out the Digusto, because that would be exactly 4,200 with the Digusto attacking twice. Okay, well this is fine. I'm just gonna wait to see if my opponent tries attacking, and then if my opponent does, I can just... Okay, that's fine. If my opponent tries attacking, I'll just activate the Canadia. Yeah, so I'm gonna activate Canadia then. Because my opponent's gonna try attacking. So I'm just going to do a Canadia and chain the Olenoides engrave. Unfortunately, I don't think there's a way I can get game to see it. So there's the infinite, another infinite. So I think I better, should I do? Yeah, I think I'm just gonna do open them all. No. Ah, that stinks. But it does make their life points a little less now, which I guess is something. Now I can set this other infinite opponents. Okay. So my opponent didn't do anything that time. Called by... No, come on. Okay. Okay, now they just have 1,000 life points left. So I just need to inflict a bit more damage and should be able to do it. I'll just do auto. Put it on auto. Okay, there's a DD Crow, that's fine. Just going for the suicide then, that's fine, I'll allow it. Maybe I should go for this infinite in case that trap is gonna buff the stats. I don't want that to happen. And I'll go ahead and chain one of my Paleozoic traps in grave. And now this can't be activated, so that's, or if it is activated, just negated. Because if I would have waited and it could have been activated during damage calculation, I would have lost out on being able to activate the infinite permanents. So yeah. Well, they do have the option of redeclaring now. Okay, good. My opponent wasn't trying to pull anything. And I knew the call in the hand was the Fall of Albaz, which I think that... No, that doesn't buff anything. That doesn't have a buff effect. So yeah. Yeah, so I guess that's something you could try. You could maybe try going the control route like this. Maybe also try Labyrinth. But Labyrinth, I think, once to set a few things with the furniture, maybe you could take out the furniture and try that. I don't have a very good Labyrinth deck though, so I went with the Paleozoics instead. Yeah. But maybe you could try one of your regular decks if you're just really good at searching quickly. I just don't know how good it would go. Yeah, so I'm gonna show off the pack opening. I'm gonna tack it on to a regular video because I'm running out of time. And I want to show at least a little bit of the solo mode. But yeah, just in case, I'll just go quick. Is your next... I don't think I have I'll just go through the scenario and then be done with that. So here's the scenario for Gen X. First of all, you get 150 Dark Orbs for completing this, for watching the story, or you could skip through the story if you really wanted to. And then here's some of the artworks that will be showing up, some of the monsters. So it's going to be a combination of Gen X and Worms, because Gen X was another thing that the Ally of Justice tried building to fight against the Worms. Mechanical beings in sync. There were beings that lived disconnected from other tribes and civilizations for a long time. Maybe I won't do auto just to get through it quicker. The name is Genex. They are mechanical beings with the power to control energy from nature such as water, fire, and wind. They humbly use their power to improve the natural environment as if to heal the planet itself. The Genex were shrouded in mystery as few of the tribespeople that inhabited the planet even knew they existed. What is their purpose? How long have they existed on this planet? Some of the engineers of the Ally of Justice witnessed their power and started to secretly observe them. Meanwhile, the fight between the Ally of Justice and the Worm invaders was ever increasing in intensity. Weapons including Ally of Justice Catastrophe were deployed to battlefields across the land and had achieved a certain level of success. So it's showing off some of the Ally of Justice again, but I think it's mainly just the really good Catastrophe. But with the emergence of large specimens such as Worm Orokin and Worm Illidan, their momentum was beginning to wane. Not only the Ally of Justice engineers, but also the soldiers fighting on the front lines foresaw the battle getting bogged down. Ally of Justice engineers worked to break out of the status quo and conduct various technological developments and studies. But then, a message arrives from the person in charge of surveying the Genex. The Genex and Worm have begun battling one another. Yep, so I got the Dark Orb. I'll go through the duels in the next one though. I just want to show off that scenario at least. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope not a lot gets cut if some of this accidentally did cut. I'm not sure if hopefully I recorded close to an hour though, so hopefully nothing gets cut. Anyway, please like, share, and subscribe if you are enjoying my content. And I'm trying to work on getting the TCG Play and affiliate link. I did get finally an email back, so apparently they were moving and everything, so they couldn't get, so TCG Play couldn't get back to me right away. But now I'm continuing the process and trying to get with Impact, one of their partners apparently, so and they can give me a TCG Play affiliate link hopefully. It all depends if I get accepted or not. But I think I said about all I could say. So either they'll give me one or not, and I'll let you know. Maybe I'll know by next video, but if not, I'll probably know by next Friday's video. So anyway, I hope everyone has a good Christmas holiday, since I know Christmas is coming up too. Hope you guys get some good presents. If you want to share them with me, that's fine. Share them in the comments what you got. And I can let you know what I got in the next video, what some of the more notable presents I got in the next video. Anyway, bye everyone.
PlayStation